Okay, cool.
Matt, do you have a heart out?
No, not really.
I assume this isn't going to take 4 hours.
I have to go to. I guess I should wait till the
Hit me!
Generals gathered in their masses.
Get out the way!
Just like witches at black
Get
masses.
out the way, bitch! Get out the way! So messy, so
Evil
sloppy.
minds that plot destruction.
Get out the way.
Sorcerer of death's construction.
Get out the way,
Bitch, get out the way.
In the
Hey,
fields
guys.
of bodies burning.
Yo, what up, everybody? Oh, my God. Oh, shit, I turned myself up way too much. What up?
Yodo. Matt, how you doing?
Doing all right. How you doing?
Well, you know.
Personally, I'm doing shitty. I wanted to kill myself on Tuesday.
What was Tuesday?
I don't know. Like, you know how, I don't know, like, I have, I don't know, like, there's two different sides to me. And there's a side that's, like, happy-go-lucky that everyone sees, and then there's the side that contemplates suicide, like, at least once a month. And, a week, like, once during an entire week. This is the week. Mm-hmm. And it's been really rough. And I've been trying to keep, like, a happy face and trying to, like, keep tasks going and trying to, like, keep upbeat. It's been really difficult. But, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if I have depression or not. I don't even want to say I do because I don't want to discredit people who have, and I say actually, who have depression. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I swear every time, like, I want to kill myself, I get distracted and hungry. I swear to God. I swear to God. And then I get sad because I got distracted. It's like, it's
I want to kill myself with these hunger pains.
I swear, dude. It's so stupid.
I can definitely relate on the depression end because I am so single now.
Oh no!
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, man.
Fuck.
Damn, dude.
Good stuff.
You to her to you?
She broke up with me. Well, I made us take a break for a week because it was getting weird.
Mm.
And then
You were getting weird?
No.
Oh, it was getting weird.
Yeah.
Got it.
And distance, and she's retarded, so here we are. Do you know what one of her complaints to me was?
What?
When we were still together?
What?
She complained about the way I have sex.
Uh-oh.
She literally said this to me.
Uh-oh.
I don't need to come 4 or 5 times during sex. Once or twice is fine.
Wait, what?
What?
She was complaining because...
I just stared at her blankly.
I'm sorry, what? Wait.
So wait, can I clarify?
Please.
You were making her come 4 or 5 times.
Correct.
And she said, it's cool. You can just stop yourself.
Once or twice, yeah. You don't need to make me come that much.
Did she fucking mean
She
we
was
don't
just-
need to fuck that much because I get
She
sore?
prefers quickies.
Or
Okay.
wow, who the fuck?
I know. It was just such a weird... I was like, all right.
Wins the lottery and then is like, I didn't want all the money. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And all I have to remember her by is this fucking scar on the head of my dick. God damn it.
What's
It's so
that
big,
story?
and I'm going to need to explain it to every other girl now. God damn it.
What happened?
So she had one of those
Braces?
diva cups.
Oh.
And
No.
It's like a new kind of way to handle your period. It's just a picture of plastic ring with a bag, and they shove it up inside of them.
Oh, okay.
And we had sex while on it, and my dick kept on hitting the ring, and it just scarred, like, hurt the fuck out of it. Like, I didn't really notice at the time.
Of course not.
Then I pulled out, and it was so stingy, and then now my dick, it's fucking multi-toned. And,
Jesus Christ.
Thanks.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
That's some crazy shit.
So I get to think about her every time I piss.
Great.
That part's fun.
Oh, yo, if you put some Mederma on that shit, it'll go away. Mederma is it's a scar healing, but it's not healing. It's actually
Is that the shit you said turns you whiter?
Well, it's a bleaching application. It's a skin bleaching thing.
I don't think making parts of my dick whiter will make it look better.
Well, isn't the scar dark or darker towards the rest of your skin? No.
No.
Oh, well then, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, with my scars, it made them pretty much like it bleached them all away.
Yeah, my scars are lighter.
Oh.
It's because I'm mixed.
Oh, gotcha.
I also don't really get like crazy keloids. I'm happy for.
Right.
This is the closest thing I have to a keloid.
I remember when we talked about
What's
that
a
as kids.
keloid?
It's a black scarring. It's when black people scar and their skin kind of overlaps and raises.
Huh.
Yeah. So like I don't have big keloid genes, but I have a little bit. So like on my right arm, like right there. You see how it is right there? How it's just like that scar? On like most black people, this wouldn't be smooth, it'd be raised.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
what keloid scarring is.
Got it.
Does that have anything to do with the melanin count or anything, or just the?
I mean, it has something to do with the genetics. I don't know what's
It's only in black people?
mostly. I mean, I assume it can happen in white people, but it's because of some black gene.
I wonder if
Crazy.
people who keloid scar also have like sickle cell. Like,
I'm not sure that's related
You know what I mean?
because sickle cell was actually like an adaptation.
Yeah, that was so cool when I
What
learned
was
about
it?
that.
If you have sickle cell, you can't get malaria.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how Africans
That's not a
didn't get
bad trade.
it. Right?
I mean, it is once you're over here.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It is.
It is in modern times.
When you're over there, it's...
no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you're over there and you're not smoking and your lungs and veins are big enough for sickle cell. Yeah, it makes sense.
What is it again? It's the blood doesn't accept oxygen as well or something?
Well, I mean, technically, yeah. The oxygen cells are half. They're like half crescent moons.
Got it.
And so what will happen is the scythe part will stick into the vein or the artery, and then it'll cause blockage because it'll get stuck in there. And
Oh, that's not good.
yeah. Or at least, did I explain that right? That's how I understood it.
Yeah, I think it makes clotting issues.
Right. Yeah.
Or not clotting, but clogging.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks.
Damn, dude.
But it's okay. It was actually the least after my last, the one before this, boy, could I not trust women. Because that girl decided to get back at me by fucking my best friend. She wanted to get back at me. She wanted to hurt me. Hey,
Why?
It worked.
Yeah.
She did it. But now she's divorced and has a kid, so I feel like in the long run I won.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with these women?
I mean, trust no bitches.
Or people? Or should I just say people? Fuck.
I think it was Louis C.K. who said it. Who said, boys will fuck things up. They destroy things. But girls, they will shit in your soul.
That's so true.
Oh, my God.
So fucking true, man. They fucking mess up your psyche, dude. Psychic ninjas. Wait. Psychological ninjas. Fuck, man.
Yeah, but, it's good times. I actually don't feel so terrible. And I'm actually doing way better. Since, like, before we actually broke up and took the break, I was like, okay, I'm going to start doing some things. And I started meditating again, which has been, like, insanely good for me. It's something that I had completely dropped. And so for the past 3 weeks, every morning, except for 2, I've done 15 minutes of meditation.
Nice.
And, like, like, during my sadness, that was actually one of the things I cried at. Is that I had abandoned meditation so long ago.
Huh.
And, like, it was weird because we broke up and I was fine. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like more just, like, disappointed in her.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm single now.
You think you're in shock?
And I started playing chess, and then I became the most hilarious mess in the fucking world.
Go on.
Oh, my God. I was just a ball of tears. I had to call my sister, and she came over and spent the night because I was just like, and like right after it happened too, I was like, "Wow, I'm surprised I'm not more sad." And then it hit, and I was like, "Oh, here it is!"
Oh my God.
And but yeah, I had like some immediate epiphanies, like about the meditation, and then the other thing I realized is like I've been like kind of like pretty depressed for a few years, and I realized that I hadn't been sad this whole time. I had been angry.
Whoa.
And that this was the first time I was really feeling sadness in a long, long time, and I've just been angry. And that blew my mind. Like, it was like just such a big moment in the midst of a river of tears.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Fuck.
But now I'm meditating and shit, and like, I'm doing a lot of few tiny things way better, and I feel good. But I still want to see how deep I can drag a knife across my chest before I pass out.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Oh my God. I just look in the mirror and I see that jugular taunting me.
Dude.
Poke me.
Dude, I swear to God.
Poke me.
There I have a shit ton of knives in my room, and every day I'm just like, I could do it. I could do it. Like, right? And then, like, you know, I'll get distracted because, you know, I'll be hungry and shit.
The worst part is this shit runs in our family. We've had so many family suicides, so we know it's like a real issue.
Oh, it's a real
No, it's a real
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
You guys aren't joking.
No, it's hilarious.
No, yeah.
Cool.
But no, yeah.
Have you seen people about it?
No.
I saw someone when I was like 12 or 11 or 12 or something, right before I moved to Alabama.
I've been told by hundreds of people too.
Right? Yeah. But after that, I didn't. And then they shipped me off to Alabama. That's when I really needed it. That kind of sucked. But yeah, dude.
When was that again? High school?
Yeah, like because I was 12 turning 13, so it was like the second half of middle school.
Got it.
Dude, yesterday I got out of my car and I was just so sad and and so fucking frustrated with everything. I punched myself in the face. Like I just fucking punched myself as hard as I could in the head. I didn't know. I just didn't know what to do. And then this
That
bum
wasn't the answer.
and then this bum he said, "Hey man, don't punch yourself in the head. You got so much to live for." And I was like, I didn't need that.
I think you did.
Am
I peeking?
And it made me hang my head even lower because I was like, this dude is happier than I am with less. And I'm just like, fuck, man. And I just slowly walked into my house. Like, this sucks. This sucks.
Since all this, so many, and because of the meditation, so many, like I used to study Buddhism, and so many just phrases and things popped in my head that just, I was like, oh my God, this has not been in the back of my mind. I haven't been like living like this. Well, the first thing that started me off that I read while I was super sad that just brought so much calmness to me was, it said, the deeper despair carves into your being, the more joy you can contain.
Say that again.
The more despair carves into your being, the more joy you can contain.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I like that.
And
Yeah.
reading that,
It's a
when
yin
you
and
feel,
yang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's digging stuff out to make room for joy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
and when you're feeling it, every time you're super sad, it feels like the saddest you've ever been in your life.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you're feeling that, and you read something like that, like, it's like a hokey thing, but it's logical.
Yeah.
Like I can follow that. It's not just like you need to put a smile on.
Right.
You
right.
know, that's an interesting because like I will like if we take that idea and then we think about how happy you were as a kid versus how happy you can be now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been so much happier as like going up as an adult. Like I've had like situations, not happier in total, but I've had happier moments.
Yeah. You might have a brief, getting a Nintendo 64 version of happiness as a kid, but
Yeah, but it's not.
now it's different.
Yeah, it's completely different.
So this is on the similar subject. That has been another thing that's popped in my head a lot. The root of suffering is desire.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That fucked me up a lot.
Oh shit.
Right?
Oh shit. But I mean, if you don't desire anything, I mean, yeah, then you won't suffer, but then you won't
What?
gain anything.
Why not?
I mean, if you desire, well, don't you? I desire to eat from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't eat, I'll die, though. Don't you need to eat every once in a while? You need desire for some things, right?
I think some desires are necessary, and it's the reason why we will always suffer.
Ah.
There are some necessary,
Oh, shit.
but a lot of it is learning how to deal with that suffering. That's why these monks will sit and fast forever and just sit and meditate.
Dude, I wrote that down on here, man. Learning how to slow down and stay calm. That's like a big part of, like, being an adult, right?
Can I give everyone just a quick meditation lesson?
Yeah.
It's just so simple, so easy, and okay, first off, I just want to say, people say I don't have enough focus to meditate. That is exactly like saying I'm too weak to lift weights. Start fucking doing it then.
Okay.
So, here's what you do.
Uh-huh.
You're allowed to think about one thing, and that is your breath. That's not going to happen. You're going to slip from that. The two important things are, number one, do not get mad at yourself. Number two, observe the thought and then go back to your breath.
Ooh.
See what you thought about. Don't analyze it. Look at what you thought about and then go back to focusing on breath. That's all you do for 15 minutes. My chess game got better.
Huh.
And then Tuesday night, I went to an open mic that my cousin Chip was hosting, and I didn't know that meant I got free booze, and I went before eating. And yesterday, I hardly had a life, and I tried to lay in bed and play chess. I literally went down 250 points. I could not win. Everything was a blunder. I can see exactly what level my brain's at when I'm playing chess. I'm like, oh, I need to eat right now. Oh, I didn't sleep enough. Like, I can tell the fuck ups in my tactics, what is like mentally wrong, or like why my homeostasis is off.
Yeah.
Everyone should play chess and meditate. That's all I got for you.
Dude, legitimately, that's how I feel if I drink too much and then go on stage. Like, if I drink, like, and that's why I kind of like stop drinking as much before I go on stage, because like your timing, your quickness, your wit, everything is off.
I've actually heard most of the comedians that we think drink on stage are all drinking something that looks like a drink.
Yeah,
I've
I've even went up there and said, "All right, everybody, like let's all take a shot," and I had a shot of water. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, fucking. Sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
You just cannot do it.
Yeah.
It's,
Like Ron White, I think, is the guy that he always has a whiskey or whatever, but it's not.
No, he's drinking.
Oh, really? He's actually drinking?
He's a drinker.
Oh, I thought he wasn't for some reason.
No, he's
he's
a
a hard drinker.
Okay.
You see how he sweats?
Well, I'm not saying he doesn't drink. I'm just saying on stage. That's what I heard.
He drinks
but-
on stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that he does.
Cool.
From an interview I saw with him on Rogan.
Yeah, I want to start meditating.
So, okay, like...
Do you meditate?
No. I mean, I don't know, because I don't meditate like Gus, but I guess I do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's my meditation comes from martial arts,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's like what you said was very interesting, because that's what we learned, what we were taught for the black belt test and shit. Just first, it was all breathing exercise and focusing and focusing on one point was their thing. Focus your brain on one point, and then the way they told us to do it is they either told us to touch our forehead. We were kids, but they either told us to touch our forehead, or we touched each other's forehead and meditated. And that was like the beginning. And then we had to take ourselves to our, I don't think he ever called it a special place. I think that was like my way of putting it. He said it's but take it to your space. And I remember asking him, what's the space? What's it supposed to look like?
Mm-hmm.
And he said it for everyone is different. And so my space I got to was just a lagoon and then a tiger at the top, and it was a waterfall. But I don't know if, like, that's, like, every time I meditate, I go to that lagoon, and then there's like almost, it's almost like a story of where my life is. Like I'll go to the lagoon, and if my life is shit, then like sometimes I'll have trouble in that area, and I won't be at peace. If I'm actually trying to go somewhere, I'll be under the waterfall climbing up. And if right now, the last time I meditated, I was above the waterfall looking down at the lagoon, and you were there. You were another tiger. Grandpa was a tiger in the cave, and last time I meditated, you were at the top of the waterfall as a tiger, and we were like looking out like past the waterfall towards other waterfalls. So that was the last time I meditated. But I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know. I don't. But like mine are like, for some reason, are like storylines telling me, hey, this is where you are and where you're about to go, or where you need to go, or you know. I don't know if that's correct, but
there's not really an incorrect way, but they'll give you different results.
okay. Yeah.
Mine's more about mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Yeah.
What do you feel at the end? Like just clear?
That is like one of the best parts. Is because you a lot of the times in the morning I fight wanting to do it. But the thing is, it's very hard. It's much easier to talk yourself out of doing 10 push-ups than sitting down and not doing anything for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue against that. And especially once you feel the benefits. But once you're done, it's like a full night's sleep with like a little bit of like a tiny bit of hyperventilation high. But you feel really good, and it carries into the next like couple of hours.
Nice.
Huh.
Yeah, I got to do it.
I do 8:30 every morning. I think I'm actually going to switch to 7:30 because I've been waking up at 5:30. And so I'm just going to switch to earlier.
Yeah.
You said to earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing we started doing, Gus and I started doing workouts in the morning.
Oh, we've done one.
We did two or three. I think we've done 3 so far.
We've only used the machines once.
We made the walk the first time, and then we went.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't think of those. I only thought of the time as us on the machines as a workout because I always just do that walk with the dog.
Oh, well, for me, it was like a new event.
Yeah.
You know? And it was like a new thing that we were both doing. And I honestly, getting up and doing that walk was nice. It was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and the machine over there, like, so you know, did I tell you I messed up my shoulder and shit?
I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
tell that story real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, so I was in San Diego, and, yep.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I was in San Diego, and it was after the show. I did a show at Red's Comedy, Red's Comedy Show in San Diego and Pacific Beach. Shout out to Josh Nelson. Makes an amazing show. I love his show. I've been doing it for, I don't know, I think 4 years now, and he puts on a great show. Anyways.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Josh Nelson?
Yeah.
He used to be I think he still does wine marketing and everything and sales. I'm not sure if he stopped doing that, but he's very prominent booker in San Diego.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And funny fucker, and on social media, he fucks with so many people, and it's hilarious. Yeah.
Get that coffee. coffee.
So it was after the show. This girl comes up to me, and she was like, "Oh my God, blah blah blah, so funny, this and that." I was at a different place, and they said you should go to Reds because they're doing a comedy show, and she was like, are they gonna be funny? And she was like, the girl was like, yeah, dude, this guy, I forget his name, but he's black and he's gonna be there and he's funny. And so she was like, yeah, she said that, I came and saw you and you were funny, and now I want to buy you a couple drinks. I was like, oh, cool. So she bought me a couple rounds, and then we started walking to the next bar, and she's like, I'm going to jump on your back. And I was like, fuck yeah, go for it, right? And so, like, I bent down expecting her to, like, jump up onto my back. And I have my skateboard in one hand, and I have my arms back behind me like this, and I kind of bent over, right, kind of forward, so she could hop up. And then I look over my shoulder, and I see her sprinting at me. She jumps up and tackles me, and because I have my board and like my arms back, I was stuck in a situation where like it was just like it was a split second, but it was in my head. I knew I was like it was like three choices in front of me. You know, it was like when like danger clicks in, and then like it's almost like three choices pop up, and you got to pick between them. Mm-hmm. So I could either have chosen to roll and then just like roll real quick and like use her as a shock absorber and just all back on both of us. And I could hit my face, just straight face plant, or I could try and roll both of us using my shoulder. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to hurt the girl, of course, and I didn't want to hurt my teeth, so I decided just to take it in the shoulder, and I shoulder planted, and then we went back to her place, and I couldn't use my left arm or my right arm for a while.
Damn.
I know.
I thought you were going to say something better.
No, man. No.
Then we went back to her place, and...
Yeah,
Well,
I really thought that was going to be like a 30-second story.
I mean, I could turn it into a 30-second story. This girl jumped up, tried to tackle me, hit me.
I was saying I thought the outcome was going to be better when you said we went back to her place.
Oh, well, we had sex.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And this is where the real story comes in.
Yeah.
This is where the comedy is.
Okay.
Well, okay. Okay, so we get back to her place, and my arms, I couldn't really necessarily feel my arm and I'd been drinking, but it was me, the girl, and her cock blocking friend, and I want to say her cock blocking friend because she tried her absolute hardest to do that, and honestly I wasn't even really. I was just like up for whatever, like I was like, hey, I was planning on driving back to San Diego or driving back to LA tonight anyways, cake and icing, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But she was like, her cock block friend was like super aggressive about like all things, considered. Mm-hmm. All things considered. Mm-hmm. And they, and then so like we got into the Uber to get back to her place. The girl, the cock block, CB says, cockblock. CB says to the Uber driver, "Yeah, no, let's just go back to my place." And we were in Pacific Beach, and the girl was like, but your place is in Mission Valley. Why would we go all the way there? I live like right down the street. No, we're just gonna go to my place." And she was like, "No, we should definitely go to my place." And we were like, that doesn't make any sense. And so we were like, we're just gonna go to her place. Plus, I'm parked in PB. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So then we get to her place. We start drinking and smoking. The girl goes into the bathroom. I go outside and I start having a cigarette. All of a sudden, the girl starts throwing up. Look, yeah, just
CB or the main girl?
The main girl.
Cool.
So MG. MG starts throwing up like a whole bunch, right? And the main girl is helping her out. I don't know that this is happening. And then I go inside and I hear, brr, brr. I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, I guess that's the end of this, And then she comes out, the CB comes out, and she was like, "Hey, do you want a beer or anything? Or we have some weed?" And I was like, "Wait, what? Like, you want to keep this going? All right, yeah, sure. Yeah, let's get a beer. Let's do some weed." So we started doing that from the bathroom. I'm like, holy shit. And at this point, I was just like, yo, is she okay? And she's like, I'll go check on her. So she goes in to check on her. The main girl gets up out of the bathroom, goes into her room. And in my head, I'm like, all right, well, I think I'm just going to say bye, And so, but I really wanted to stay. But I was like, I think I'm going to stay by. I go into the room, and I'm like, hey. And so I'm like, hey, I want to stay, but I think I'm just going to leave. And the CB goes, yeah, I think that's best. And I was like, all right. And so I was like, I'm just going to go in there and say bye. And she was like, no. I was like, what do you mean no? And she's like, no, you can just go. And I was like, no, I think I'm just gonna go in there and say bye to her because she was nice and shit. And so I went in there. And so I left her in the kitchen. I went into her room and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go. I hope you feel better. Do you want me to get you some water or anything before you go or before I leave? And she was like, no, I want you to stay. And I was like, are you sure? And she was like, yeah. I mean, give me that water, but I really want you to stay. I was like, okay. So I went out to the kitchen, got her water, and the girl CB was like, what are you doing? I was like, she asked me to get her some water. She was like, okay. I was like, yeah. And she was like, so then what? I was like, I'm going to go give it to her. And so then I go into the room with the water. I give her the water. Meanwhile, CB is following me like a cop, right? So she comes in. I sit on the other side of MG, and then CB is on the other side of the bed, right? And she's off the bed, and I'm like sitting like behind her on the bed, and so I hand her the water, and I'm like, hey, all right. Look out! Oh no! Ah! So I hand her the water, and and I'm like, hey, all right, well, I'm gonna go, and then she like turns over to me, and she goes, like in her throw up breath, I really want you to stay. And I was like, all right. And then I was like, all right, so should I just like stay put? She was like, yeah, just don't move. It's like, okay. And so her friend was like, I think you should go now. I was like, and she was like, no, go now. And then she starts raising her voice, like to the point where she's like yelling at me like a social justice warrior. Like she was looking at me like I was the Me Too problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so then she was like, no, you need to go now. Like she was stopping a rape or something. You know, like she was like, it's happening. This is my moment. And like me and the main girl are sitting there like, can you just fucking leave?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so then like I lean down and I'm like, hey, I'm pretty sure you're going to have to tell her that it's okay for me to stay. And so then, because I was like, there's no other way this is going to work. Because, like, I didn't want to say anything, you know? In my head, all this shit happening, my head said, just shut up. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Don't respond to her. Don't just be quiet and sit there like a dead weight. And so then the main girl goes to her and is like, yeah, no, it's okay if he stays. And then CB pulls the thing that girls do, or actually she pulled the thing that moms do to kids in the morning. You know, they'll wake you up in the morning real early and then ask you a whole bunch of questions or like say, hey, you want to do this? Is it okay if you do this chore? And you're like, yeah. And then you have to do it because you said yes, and you're like, I don't fucking remember that.
Yeah.
So she tried to pull that on her. She was like, are you sure you want him to stay? Are you sure? And she like did the whole like no like thing like shaking her head, and like the girl was like, no, I still want him to stay. Yeah. And she was like, are you sure? Are you sure? And I'm like, okay, no, I'm just going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
And they had a powwow, because I knew that's what had to happen, right?
Yeah.
They had a powwow. I come back. She's gone. We had drunken sex at that point, right? Which was great, except for like the throw up mouth part. And then I wake up in the morning because that night I didn't really feel my arm because like of the alcohol and stuff, right? And the sex and the adrenaline.
Yeah.
I wake up in the next morning and I'm like, oh man, wow, oh shit, she's hot. Ah, sweet. Okay. So not my bed, and there's a hot girl. Okay, cool. Hey, and I went to like reach over and I couldn't. That was like the scariest fucking moment because like I went to lift my arm and nothing happened.
Ugh.
Like nothing. Like I went to like that was such a mind fuck. Like I went to my brain was like move and my arm was like nah.
Yeah.
And then like and then I tried to like thrust it over and then that's when the pain just went. Boom! It was like the pain said, you ain't moving this goddamn arm! And I was like, fuck. And so then that woke her up, and then she was like, oh shit, what's up? And I was like, so remember how you tackled me last night? Yeah, now I can't move my arm. But the crazy part about it was every time we had sex that morning, I could move my arm fine. Like, the adrenaline came back, and I was just like I was picking her up.
Yeah.
I was like tossing her on the bed,
Just re-injuring it.
I was like so re-injuring it. It was terrible. And then at one point I was just like, I think you're gonna have to get on the top because I might lose an arm after all this, you know? Because I mean, we had like sex the entire morning, and I woke up. I remember waking up and I saw like her room, and there was just boxes everywhere. And I got kind of freaked out. I was like, by the way, why are there boxes everywhere? Did you just move in? She was like, oh no, actually I'm moving out. I was like, this is like the best situation ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So for a while I was afraid that maybe I like really fucked up my arm and shit. It's been a week.
Okay.
And yeah, it's been a week, and I can raise my arm like this. I can still feel pain. I can do this. It hurts.
Yeah.
The only thing I can't that's hard is putting pressure and pulling. Like if I'm carrying something out. Yeah, that one. So I think that just needs some time.
It'll come back.
Yeah. But I think the main thing, because this happened to my roommate at the same age I am. He was going down a cliff to go surfing, and he fell, and he was holding a surfboard, fell straight on the side of his shoulder, and blew up everything in his rotator cuff, right? And so I was nervous, and I think the only thing that saved me was that I didn't land straight on the side. I did it was almost like I shouldered into it. You know what I'm saying? Like I almost did, like I punched the ground with my clavicle or something, you know?
Shoulder check to the ground.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that shit.
Damn.
Yeah. That shit. So yeah. I don't know, man. And that was like another thing. That was another thing that was making me sad. Like on top of like everything else, like I was like, and I might have to go to the hospital. You know, I can't use my arm. I'm defenseless. That's a big one. I'm defenseless. That is just a lot. And then of course bills in LA. You know, things are starting to mount, and it hurts. And then it's like I know I can struggle my way out of it, but there is a certain point where it's just like the light at the end of the tunnel. You don't know. It might be a light, but you might just be entering another fucking tunnel.
That actually reminds me of another
It
quote.
might just be an opening in the fucking ceiling, you know?
Check out this quote. This probably will help with that. And weirdly enough, it's actually from Mike Tyson.
Whoa.
The quote goes like this. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot. I think that's such a funny quote. It's so cool.
I love it.
I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
It's such a scary thing to come from him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he sounds so sweet saying it, too. Just
Well-
a little guy. Oh, fucking. Yeah.
Oh, look at little Mike. That'd be so funny if you heard Mike say that.
Yeah.
You're like, this fucking asshole. Then you saw Mike come in.
No, there's video of him saying it. It was like,
I'm going to try and find it.
I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
the greatest, most intimidating, confusing quote
That
of
is
all time.
so. I was just thinking that is so confusing. Well, Mike Tyson's most famous.
Put your mother in a straight jacket, you punk ass white boy. Come here and tell me that if I fuck you in your ass, you punk white boy. You faggot.
What?
You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face, I fuck you, your ass for everybody. You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You're scared coward. You're not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
Oh, hey. We got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
Damn. Damn.
But gonna get that drop.
The crazy part is how you can hear him almost crying.
Yeah.
Like, you can hear the abuse in his past while he's yelling at that white guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember Adam Carolla's bit where he would get in a fight with somebody and he'd always go super gay?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think that was as real, but he definitely said, "I'll eat your asshole and I'll fuck you."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like you could hear like the memory of that shit happening to him.
Yeah.
As he said it. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
I know there's that bad F word in there, but that phrase just fucking rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You guys, thank you. That concludes this week's episode of Quick and Easy Spanish Podcast.
Praise the Lord.
Completed 100% of our Trump dating profile with Chip as our lovely mascot.
You know that he's black.
People sure are going to find out. I'll tell you that.
Oh man, this is gonna be so much fun.
And remember,
Sucking a black dick.
oh man, I love this show.
Oh, this is gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, so we're going to really need you to contribute to our Patreon because we want to read these messages.
We want to continue more episodes on the podcast. So please donate to our Patreon. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Facebook?
Yeah, we have Facebook.
Yeah, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All right, I've been Chip Nicholson.
I'm still me.
I'm also me.
All right, and a heart out. Later, y'all.
Bing, 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 bong. China. Bing, bing, bong. Obamacare. Bing,